Alright, so today is the day after tomorrow day that everybody's been calling it. It is -16 with a wind chill of -70, and our brand new furnace is not running. Now you might be able to hear why. Yeah. We are not getting drained. Now our drain comes out off of here, comes out down off of here, and then shoots all the way back down to here, runs all the way behind, and then comes out back through here. So the thing that's funny is that we don't really have it cold enough in the basement to freeze. So we're not sure where it's frozen or why it's frozen, but we've got a frozen drain line somewhere. So we have a tech headed out to take care of it, and we'll see what we figure out. So this should be fun. Alright, well, as you can hear, we're back up and running. We're not 100% sure what was going on. We know that the blower was flooded with water. We think that the exhaust pipe up here had condensation build up, and then once enough of it built up, and it was enough to bog down the blower. And once the blower couldn't turn anymore, then the furnace, the pressure switch tripped, and then that put the furnace into error mode, which stopped the blower, stopped the condensation. The water drained out through the drain, and then we were able to manually reset, and everything came back fine. Ran overnight, got up in the morning, it was flooded again. So what we have done, which appears to have taken care of the problem because we've not had any issue with it today. This is the first time it's gone a full 24 hours without flooding since the water problem started. So I think we've got it, at least for now. Readjusted the vent outside, so we'll take you out and show you that. But part of the problem, as you can see, this is where the vent leaves the house, and then this back here is where it goes back to the furnace. So the furnace itself is actually below where the vent leaves. So any condensation that happens in the vent goes right back into the furnace. So we're thinking that it just had enough condensation buildup that it built up and was enough to stop the blower. It still doesn't make a lot of sense as how that would happen, because that would be a lot of condensation buildup. But when they put the drain in, they set the drain up so that if the drain itself freezes, it'll overflow, and the furnace will just overflow onto the floor, so we'll know that the drain is frozen but the furnace is still running. So we know that wasn't it. We know it was water coming in, most likely from the vent. There was no way it would be coming in from the intake. Of course, the other possibility, I don't think the intake even goes down to there though, but I don't know enough about it. It's possible that the intake air was so cold that when it was getting heated that it was leaving a lot of moisture that wasn't draining too, but I don't know. Fixing the exhaust vent appears to have taken care of it. So I'm gonna code up and we'll go show you what we changed. Alright, so I'll give you a little bit of context here. When they installed it, you can see how big that ice dam underneath is. That's pretty solid too. When they installed it, they had this piece on it, and this piece set on it like this. Well, this had a large icicle coming off of it, very similar to the way that this is now. it also had liquid water that we could see was actively dripping back down and in at a fairly decent rate. Not really like a lot, but I could see how it would not take long to flood out. This exhaust is probably only about 80 degrees. It's really not that hot, and as you can see from the icicle, it is condensating pretty heavily. So now that it's dripping onto the ground instead of getting caught on that lip and dripping back in, we've not had any more issues. So a little context as to why it's like this, in case there are any comments about this is not legal. They set it the way that they did because the installation manual says to be 18 inches above the snow line. The old furnaces, they reused the original ducts. These used to both be exhaust furnace vents for furnace 1 and furnace 2, and they just had a 45 on them shooting out this way and that way. Code in this area is 1 foot between exhaust and intake. I don't like that. I like closer to 3, which is about what I have here, so I'm not worried about that. In the spring, we'll shorten the intake up a little bit closer to the house, probably raise it up a little bit to have it a little bit farther away, and then we'll back this off so that it's not sticking out as far. But we're going to right now run with it because it's still single digits to negatives, and we can't be having a furnace that's flooded every day with my 73-year-old father and a 7-month-old baby and 2 young children here. We just took Dad to the hospital this morning for pneumonia, so as long as this works, I'm not really concerned about it. We're well above where our intake and exhaust needs to be, so it's good enough for now. It'll last us until we can figure something else out. And I mainly want to see if it does take care of the flooding. If we go the weekend without having any more issues, then I would say that is what the problem was, and we'll have to figure something out on getting a exhaust vent set up so that doesn't happen. I just don't know what other options we would have for that, because that's going to be a huge pain to try to figure that out. So I don't know, we'll see, but that's what we did to fix it, and that'll work for now. I thought that they hadn't glued them, but they did, or they tried, but it was 12 degrees when they installed this and the glue never set, so it was real easy. So they come apart super easy, so if I need to do anything else with it, I can. I just have to keep an eye on it for make sure that it doesn't get blocked with ice or snow or anything, and then we'll figure something else out once we know for sure that this is the issue. The tech said just do it this way. Said he could do it, but he'd charge me a service call, or I could do it myself. It was just $11 for PVC, so that's what I did. He didn't charge me anything to come out, since all he did was just reboot the furnace, because that was all it needed by the time he got here. So that's what we have. We're back up and running. It's back to 69, 70 in the house, so I'll take it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay warm.